Utah Jazz introduced their two major offseason additions on Monday in Las Vegas. Adding Mike Conley Jr. and Bojan Bogdanovic to the roster has made the Jazz a championship contender.
Yeah, no doubt. They definitely didn't sit back this offseason. It started with that trade of Mike Conley Jr. It was almost like Conley was prepared for this trade 6 months ago, right? Because just before the trade deadline in February, Conley's name had come up in those trade talks with the Jazz, but a deal never worked out at that time. So when it became official earlier this month, Conley was ready to leave the only NBA home he had known and start again in Utah.
It kind of got me prepared, just the opportunity, or knowing that it was possible. I didn't know if it was going to happen in February or not, but after the deadline passed, I knew that things would pick up again, and so my mind was already thinking of what it would be like to live here or there. And Utah, obviously, was at the forefront of the trade discussion. So I was just kind of preparing myself for it, and now I'm just ready to live it.
Faith is very important to Mike Conley, an active Christian. He recently won the NBA's Teammate of the Year and Sportsmanship Awards. He's never had a technical foul in his 12-year NBA career. Relying on faith helped Mike get through the transition of getting traded for the first time in his career.
Faith is big in our family, and for me, I was never able to get distracted with all the things that were going on last season, strictly because of that foundation. I never felt discouraged. I'm the type of person that always thinks that it's going to work out regardless of situation, and things are put on people's table for a reason, and ultimately, full circle, I'm here. It didn't work out in February, but I made it here, and it's going to be a great place for my family and I. My kids are in Salt Lake right now, my wife, so they're getting used to it as well, so we're all just very excited.
Well, when Bogdanovic signed with the Jazz, it wasn't like he was going with the only team that made him an offer. He had options, including staying with his Indiana Pacers. He said he really wanted to stay until the call came from the Jazz. One look at the team, and the decision became an easy one.
When I have a call from a Jazz, and I saw the roster that we have right now with Mike, Mitchell, and great group of guys, great mix of young and veteran players, it make me so excited, and I was so happy to have that call and be part of this organization and culture.
Both players are excited to be coached by Quinn Snyder and play in his system. Bojan and Mike had a chance to explain why the Jazz system will be a perfect fit for the skills that they possess.
Jazz has been one of the best team moving the ball offensively, and one of the best ranking teams defensively. So coach is excited like we are. We got, like I said before, pretty deep roster. There is many rotation and many combination that he can use during the game. So it's going to be really fun for all of us.
There's a lot of wiggle room. You can do a lot of things with the roster that's in place, and as deep as we are, I think we'll have a lot of room to improve throughout the season. But the spacing, the offense, the defense, all the things that will be keys for us throughout the year, I think it's going to make us who we are, and we're just excited to get involved in that, be a part of that, just be a cog in that wheel, and just get this thing going.
Well, the fact that the Jazz mean business was a big selling point this offseason. They're not sitting back and waiting. They're leading the charge to build a championship contender. That's one reason why the new additions, including Conley, excited to play in Utah.
It's all you really want, as an NBA player, is to be able to compete at a high level every night and give yourself opportunities to do great things. Unfortunately for me, the last few seasons, we didn't really have that opportunity, and regardless of that, I think that was the more trying time in my career, being able to stay locked in and stay focused through a situation where we knew we weren't, going to have opportunity to play in the playoffs and stuff like that. So right now, it's just a breath of fresh air. It's a shot in the arm, and just really ready to go.
Now that the Golden State Warriors dynasty has come to an end, the NBA championship next year seems more wide open than ever. There's no super team in the NBA. Parity is back. Up to 12 teams look like they have a shot at a title, so why not the Jazz?
The whole league feels that there's opportunity for everybody, but our goals, you know, is going to be day to day, you know, trying to get in the mud and work, because we don't know what it takes to win a championship yet. You know, as we go through the journey, we're going to learn together and fight together. You know, lose, win, all the things that come into play during the season, to hopefully have that opportunity to compete at that level at the end of the year. So we're going to be, you know, just working and grinding like we expect to do, and you know, we'll see what happens as the season goes on.
So you've got two of the best players in the league with Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. You've got a great coach that players want to work hard for, and now you've got outstanding offseason additions that make the team even better. The bar officially has been raised in Utah, and the Jazz front office not afraid of this pressure.
We want to put the most competitive team out there that we can, adding the right character, the right talent, having a great coach who can put all of this together. We embrace the expectations because we're trying to field the most competitive team that we can in a pursuit for a championship. Again, we'll embrace everything because we're here to compete.
We've seen Mike and Donovan Mitchell already working out together in Los Angeles in June. I had a chance to ask Mike what he learned about Donovan Mitchell from those workouts.
I'm really just impressed at, you know, how mature he is for a guy in his situation. He's, you know, a face of the franchise. He's, you know, has everything at his feet, but he's willing to learn. He's willing to get better. He's a lot more athletic than me right now, but it's just fun to see a guy like that just do the things he can do with the basketball, but really pay attention to the details. You don't find that in a lot of young guys, and he's going to be special. He already is, but he's going to be, you know, really, really good in this league.